This is Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance, right near Culver City today. We are joined by Rob Rader. He is a trustee with the Santa Monica Community College District, one of the finest in the entire state, if not country, if I may say. Highest transfer rate in the state?
We are the #1 transfer institution in the state of California. We are the #1 transfer institution to UCLA, USC, Loyola,
Wow.
Pepperdine, to the UC and CSU systems combined, to the UC system overall. We're the #1 Southern California institution that transfers to Berkeley. We are known for our transfer.
Why are you so successful? Why are your students so successful in matriculating to some of the finest institutions in our state?
There are several reasons. The main reason, or the original reason, was that we had a great faculty that really knows how to teach.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you how many times, whenever I meet people whose kids went to Santa Monica College, I ask them, well, how was it? And then if I hear they transferred, I said, how did it compare to where they transferred to? And I won't name any institutions, but easily 80 to 90% of the time they say, the teaching was better at Santa Monica College. Then when you add on to that our counselors, and we have the best transfer center in the state. We're the ones that write the rules, we're the ones that everyone imitates. And then, I won't say it gets easier, but once you have the reputation, the students that are most eager to transfer start coming to you, and it becomes self-fulfilling. And so we've built on that tradition.
And I want to talk about some desires, hopes, and dreams of the board. You're running for re-election, by the way. Also on the ballot in November in Santa Monica and Malibu will be Measure V. It is a bond measure for Santa Monica College. Tell us a bit about Measure V.
It's a $345 million bond. It's meant to finish the master plan for our campus master plan that we started in 2003-04, and we've done some prior bond measures that have done each a piece of it, and this is the final piece. So we're going to replace all the old math portable buildings that are from 20 years ago and from the earthquake. People forget that Northridge and Santa Monica were the two cities that had the most value to property damage. They forget that Santa Monica was up there because it's not called the Santa Monica earthquake. It's called the Northridge quake. And our damage has still not been fully repaired. We still have these portable math buildings. We need to build a new science center. I heard reports from our chemistry department, from our geology department. They're using substandard equipment that is just out of date. They don't have the room for the classes, so we need to build a real science building. My personal favorite is that we're going to get a new planetarium. And the planetarium at Santa Monica College in the Drescher Hall is a resource for the entire west side. People can come. They don't have to go all the way to, all the way up to Griffith Park and go to the observatory. They can come to Santa Monica College, and every Friday night we have the night sky show. So I've taken my kids, and I'm planning on taking my kids actually tonight, but they have a show every Friday night.
I want to ask
So we're going to get a new planetarium as part of this bond.
I want to ask you about the ballot, though. In November, there will be a presidential race, a U.S. Senate race, congressional races, state Senate, state assembly, and then you look at 17 measures that are statewide measures.
None of these matter except my re-election. They're all...
But also Measure V. And so that begs the question. Some of the measures that will be on the ballot statewide are taxing measures, revenue measures. You have the Prop 30 extension for the wealthiest, not the sales tax. You have the cigarette tax. You have a school bond, a statewide school bond, $9 billion school bond, $2 billion for community colleges, not all of that obviously to SMC, but are you concerned that when you have this huge amount of items on the ballot, including 3 taxing measures, including a school construction bond that benefits community colleges, that Measure V either gets lost or people think, oh, the statewide bond will help SMC, we don't need Measure V?
We are always desperately concerned, of course, about voter fatigue. The people of Malibu and Santa Monica understand the value of education, and they have been enormously generous, and they have passed every bond that we've ever put before them. That doesn't mean you take it for granted. Right now we're polling at about 62%. We need 55.
We need 55. Not 2/3, it's a school bond.
Correct, it's a school facilities bond. We need 55%. We are above that. Now, what we have done with these bonds, also what we do is joint community partnerships. So we're doing a community partnership with Santa Monica Malibu Unified School District. So we use some of our money to actually is meant to repair their auditorium at John Adams Middle School.
Oh, really?
And in past bonds, we've used the money to repair some of the school fields for the Santa Monica Malibu Unified School District.
You can do that?
We can do that. We do joint partner type agreements that have joint uses.
I see.
So we do that all the time. We've done it with the city. We've done it with the city of Malibu. We've done it with the city of Santa Monica, and we've done it with the school district. So we have, when you look at what Santa Monica College does, it's not just a college. We have the Broad Stage at the Santa Monica College Performing Arts Center, which is now the leading institution on the west side. We have the Public Policy Institute that Supervisor Sheila Kuehl was our first director. We have KCRW, where I'm on the board, that is our radio station. We have the Emeritus College, which serves thousands of members of our senior community, not just in Santa Monica, the entire west side.
You also have a pioneering program that I think has launched. It's a 4-year bachelor degree program, one of 15 institutions out of the 113 community colleges in our state. 15 institutions will be now granted the ability to offer a bachelor's. Revolutionary in our state.
It was really a great honor. And by the way, when we were approved for this program, Governor Brown himself showed up at the chancellors, at the Board of Governors of the California Community Colleges and spoke in favor of us getting this degree. We chose one. People have certain prejudices about community college. And we said we are going to pick the most forward-thinking degree we can come up with. We chose a bachelor's degree in interactive design, which is really meant to be a blending of both coding and programming, but also the graphic design and creative elements, because we felt that's where the 21st century new economy is going.
What's also remarkable about your decision is that in some ways, though, it was forced upon you. And let me explain why I'm saying this. Under SB 850, which was the authorizing legislation for these 4-year degrees, as part of a compromise, State Senator Marty Block from San Diego said he had to agree that there would be no duplication with any CSU major, with any UC major. And so that's why when you look at the degrees of your sister institutions that are offering bachelor's at the community college level, industrial automation, mortuary science, equine, dental hygiene, respiratory care, interaction design, these are not majors already offered.
Right.
What do you make of that, though?
Well, there are political considerations and there are practical considerations. Practically, look, we're in some sense still following Governor Pat Brown's master plan for education from the 60s, where 2-year institutions were supposed to be a springboard for the 4-year institutions, and certain people could go to the CSU system, and then the UC system was meant for the people that were the top students and that top percentage.
Consider this, sir. If there is a major offered at Chico State, the only place in the state that's offered this major at Chico State, someone from Santa Monica can't get to Chico State that easily. And so could it be, as we look forward, that we try to reevaluate this non-duplication of majors issue?
Absolutely, and that's what Governor Jerry Brown spoke about when he was at our Board of Governors meeting, and he said, look, he's in favor of, or it sounded like he was in favor of not worrying about duplication at all, because he said, look, there's no way for us to get to our goals of 1 million new college graduates. There's just no way to achieve that unless you engage the community colleges in that system. You just can't, there is not that sort of resources to do that except with community colleges. And other states were earlier in allowing their community colleges to grant a 4-year bachelor's degree. Look, baby steps, Brad.
I hear you.
Got to start with baby steps. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that's what we're doing.
His name is Rob Rader. He is running for re-election for the Board of Trustees for Santa Monica Community College. My name is Brad Pomerance. This is Local Edition.